everybody. Okay, I'm making another video response to 2 of 6 Solutions because he made a response to the response I made to him that he made to Kayev. Okay, I'm a little conflicted here in my own beliefs because, first of all, pride, the way I meant it, is the biblical description of it, which is pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall, or vice versa. Like I said, I confused those because I read too many different translations of that scripture. And God hates pride. He really does. I'm looking at it from that perspective. Not pride as in I take pride in my work. That's a different kind of pride. But pride as in I'm better than someone else pride. You know what? As a matter of fact, I was giving a definition of pride in there. And Radical Comedy had made one comment, and I responded, don't you think we all have those moments? We feel the need to fight back because we don't want to look bad in front of others. It's still pride. In my humble opinion, pride is a lifelong battle. God will come along and squash us like a bug. That's one of my sayings on the subject. I do say that. I really do. I say, God like to squish me like a bug. When my pride gets out of hand, He has to humble us. Because it's when we're humble that we rely more on Him. But then I posted a comment back that said, okay, don't hate me for this one. Not long ago, someone went through a pride list with me. And I'm guilty of all of these. And I said to Radical Comedy, please don't take offense. Lack of compassion is a sign of pride. So is impatience, intolerance, etc. These traits all come from thinking we're superior to others, aka pride. Ouch! So every time I get angry for having to wait in a line or in traffic, it's pride. Because it means I think I'm more important and shouldn't have to be inconvenienced by others. Okay? So that's pretty much my definition of pride. Now, you were a child at the time, and I do understand the difference. So this is what I want to share. When I was in 5th grade, I got glasses. My parents took me to the eye doctor and found out that I was majorly nearsighted. And because I had been that way my whole life, I didn't know any better. I didn't know that other people saw differently. I had no comparison point. And I remember when I got my glasses, I was in the car on the way home, and I was standing up in the car in 5th grade in the back seat, and I'm just looking from side to side out the windows, reading every billboard and every sign and every bus bench and everything we passed because I'd never seen it before. And I mean, I was that nearsighted. Well, probably because of spending my whole life seeing that way and assuming others saw that way, I was probably kind of a strange kid. And then when I got the glasses, of course, that's just asking for other kids to pick on you. And at the same time as all this, well, not the same time, about a year and a half later, my parents pulled me out of public school and put me into private school, a Christian school. And they put me in the Christian school so I could be a Christian and live my beliefs without having to worry about people mocking or criticizing me. And there was a waiting list. My brothers were in that school a couple of years before me. There was a long waiting list to get in. But I did not do well at that school. The cliques were unbelievable. And because most of the kids who went there, their parents had money. You didn't have Bush's program now that lets kids who are underprivileged go to private schools. They were snotty, and they were worse than the kids in the public school. They were smoking and drinking. We got to go off campus for lunch because there was a Pizza Hut like right across the parking lot. The school's much bigger now, and I don't have any idea how many of the rules are still in effect. But because they got to go off campus for lunch, and in only junior high school age, they were smoking and drinking in the Pizza Hut, and I can remember them forcing me to take a drag off a cigarette just so I couldn't narc on them. And the irony is, every year I was there, it got worse and worse until I was just like an outcast. I mean, literally, I was a complete outcast, in my grade anyway. To the point that my own friends didn't want to be friends with me anymore because in doing so, they would be ridiculed by the popular kids. Now, ironically, one day in PE, one of these popular girls pantsed me. You know, they yank down your gym shorts. I was getting a drink at the water fountain. She'd come up behind me and yank my shorts down. Well, the gym teacher was right there and saw what she did. So the girl got detention. Well, this girl was really upset because she had never been in trouble before. So, of course, she goes and tells everybody, I narked. So now the situation has gone from bad to worse. I can't even begin to describe the way I was treated at that school. My last day that I attended that school, which was halfway through 9th grade, so I was there for 7th, 8th, and half of 9th grade, a group of friends of this girl cornered me in a hallway. It was after school and I was waiting for my mother to pick me up, and the group was getting bigger and bigger, and I really don't know how many children were there. I was always smaller than everyone else at that age, and I just knew they cornered me, and they kept saying that I had told on Kim. That was her name, was Kim. And I was like, I didn't tell on Kim, first of all, because the teacher saw her. She got herself in trouble. She deserved it. But the mental torture was so bad. It wasn't physical like what you experienced, but the mental torture was so bad that day when my mom finally found me, because she was looking for me, the very next day she pulled me out of that school and put me in public school. And as soon as she put me in public school, I was fine. Stayed in, made friends, no problem. However, I went through all of high school. I was raised in a Christian household. I had strong Christian beliefs. I knew right from wrong. I had experienced God on a level that some people can spend their whole lives searching and never experience. But because of the way I was treated in those few years, couple of years, I now I had an attitude. I was hardened, I was jaded, and I was determined nobody was ever going to treat me that way again.